This video is for Ray. I work with Ray and he wanted to see how the backyard's coming along. And you've seen this kind of before. The backyard once was all grass. None of the gardens were here. And so I've taken time to put in gardens, put in mulch. The last piece of the effort was behind this fence that I put in, and it is a vegetable garden. It's a great little vegetable garden, above ground planters. I've got tomatoes and all kind of things. I've got jalapeno peppers. I've got a blackberry, like not the communication device, an actual blackberry with herbs growing around it in a old wheelbarrow that my neighbor was throwing out. So I grabbed it, figured I could make something out of it. Here's the grapevine. I'm trying to get that grapevine to actually grow through the fence. All azaleas. It's really green right now. This is my old garden, but I still have pineapple, lots of pineapple. And so plenty of room for growth there over the next few years. These are all my collard greens, and the heat's really beginning to take a toll. I think I'm going to keep them through winter. This is a maple tree that they're under, which is why I moved the garden that way behind that fence. There's a lot more sun. Ray, I hope you're getting all this. Sea grapes have grown. They hide the air conditioning unit. And this is the Castor Dental Paffort area that I have. And again, I've got to blow and clean up and everything, but it's coming along. I did some work back here yesterday. Aside from tons of firewood, I trimmed all the bougainvillea, which is horrible to do, but I only had a few injuries. This is where the rocking chairs are. You've seen me do some video during the winter at the campfire pit, which is nice. That's the old scarecrow. This will be Burning Man in about 3 or 4 months. I'm gonna light that on fire, have some fun. And the rain. Don't want mosquitoes. So this is all got to be cleaned up back here. But this path heads down to the pool. This is nice little hedge that I put in to block out the air conditioning unit, which it's still growing in, but you can see it's kind of hidden. It's like the back lot tour at Disney. These are all sea grapes, and I've put them around pretty much the whole yard. They're going to put up a really nice wall of green. They separate Fort Pafford from the rest of the yard. It's nice because you can't really see much back there, so the yard's kind of compartmentalized into different areas. It's kind of cool. This is a bay tree, by the way. They're native, but that's a bay leaf. Same thing you'd put in Italian food sometimes. This is you can see the berries in there. This is a Florida holly tree, the real one, the native one. And then I've kind of kept some things from the holidays. They're actually growing. I've got something called Indian corn, which was actually an edible used by the Native Americans in this area throughout Florida. Kunti, another edible, but if you eat that root and you don't wash it out and grind it and wash it and grind it, it will kill you. It's got arsenic. And then I've got some various plants. I just cut this, unfortunately. It doesn't look as good as it would. It's all flowering plants in here, and so we get a lot of butterflies, as you can imagine, and a ton of hummingbirds. And so I don't see any. Well, there's a big bee, bumblebee. String lights, of course, remain up. They've been up for a few years now. Let me show you the back lot. So the other side, the ugly side of this, as I walk through a uh-oh, that should be closed. There's the AC, and that's the back side of that hedge I showed you. It hides things really nicely. Make sure that, hello, I don't have any spider web. Now I don't. So now that spider web's off, come back out to the, well, it's kind of neat. Let's see how far I can get on this guy before I get in trouble. Oh, that's neat. Lots of flowers, lots of various things in here. I do need to blow the deck off, and the pool does need a lot of work. That's kind of next on the list. Around the pool, just a ton of vegetation. You can see I messed up here. This should have been taken out to the curb. I did some tree trimming yesterday too, and apparently I forgot a large chunk of tree, so I'll move that later. Some more bougainvillea, dangerous stuff, stay away. And there's the more of the sea grape bushes that I put in, along with bromeliads to kind of cover the ground. I got all that stuff at on garbage, you know, day, when people just throw away vegetation they pull out, and they keep growing in. You can kind of see them at the base of the sea grape, and so eventually that'll turn into bromeliads, and eventually the sea grapes will kind of fill out along the fence. Another bird feeder, more like a squirrel feeder. Birdhouse. I think something's been working on it for sure. They've widened that hole, so who knows, maybe something's actually in there. Anyway, back here needs some more work done. It's summer, so there's a lot to do. But I also have that same large hedge. I have a bunch of those little plants back here that'll turn into that big hedge. Portocarpus, I think is the name. And you can see as it moved down the wall, they're kind of bigger. Here's the bar. And this little walkway is mulch. It's cheap, but you can see where the portocarpus will grow into a a really, really nice hedge and give us some more privacy back here. So this is all bromeliads right now. They're slowly filling in. This takes a lot of work because there's a couple vines in here that are really a pain in the butt. So anyway, Ray, that's the view. I may actually get the drone up and kind of complement this video since it's so boring, and do a little bit more. But the yard's coming along. Obviously, now that I'm done with all the projects, like the last thing, the garden I showed you, I can just start doing maintenance and keep up on things and not have to kind of put more energy into new projects. Just keep the projects I have that are worth keeping. Anyway, that's all I got. If you liked this video that I shot for my buddy Ray at work as an update to the yard and how it's coming along, please like it, subscribe. There's more silly, stupid stuff that I put on here all the time, and I'll see you soon.